screen and audio, everything is fine? Okay. So in previous class, what we have done, we have started actually the K-map. Okay, and we have already seen how to do like K-map. Okay, and for the two variable K-map, and at the end we have discussed about actually four rules. What are those four rules? The first rule will be your during the combination, you have to combine actually the two minterms are said to be adjacent, and you have to combine maximum number of one with the adjacent minterms. Okay, because we can apply at a time all the rules of the Boolean algebra like distributive, then you can apply postulate number 6 and postulate number 2. Okay, so that you have to apply maximum number of ones should be grouped with they should be adjacent to each other, and they will follow certain pattern like 1 2 4 6 8 16, 1 2 4 8 16 like this. Okay, 1 2 4 8 16, that what much of pattern with adjacent minterms and maximum number ones you have to do. Then another rule is that you have to at least once all the minterms should be combined. Then rule number 2 is what? You have to combine all the minterms at least one. That is rule number 2. Rule number 3 is one minterm can be used more than once if it is giving a minimum number of literal. Okay, if one minterm can be combined more than once if it gives a minimum number of literal. Then fourth rule, we have seen the sum of all minterms of n variable is 1. The sum of all minterms. So that rule number 4 we have discussed actually. What is rule number 4? Let's say we have seen like this. This is my K-map. Okay, so this is my, let's say, x y, y bar y, x bar x. So here it is 1 1 1 1, the sum of all the minterms. Okay, the sum of all the minterms of a n variable function is 1. Understand? So this is my rule number 4. The rule number 4 is the sum of all minterms, the sum of all minterms of n variable, minterms of n variable is 1. Okay, so these are all the four rules. What are the first rule? First rule is it should be adjacent. Okay, next it's you should adjacent minterms you have to group, and the grouping should be like 1 2 4 8 16. Okay, next rule number 2 is a minterm can be combined at least once. Okay, I mean we have to combine all the minterms at least one. Then rule number 3 is one minterm can be used more than once if it is giving minimum number of literal more than once. Okay, and finally the sum of all the minterms of n variable is 1. So these are the rules we have studied for the combining of the minterms. Okay, so we'll start with the new part today, the three variable K-map. So how to construct the three variable K-map now? Okay, so remember, first of all, three variable K-map means it's having three variables, like let's say x, y, and z are the three variables. Always remember, x here in this x will be MSB and z will be LSB. Okay, after that you can start constructing. So how to construct it? Very simple. So it's a three variable means 2 to the 3, 8 number of cells required to construct the K-map. Okay, the 8 number of cells are, how is it? Like as I told, you can construct either of this way, or there are two different ways you can construct. So this is actually one way you can construct the 8 cells. So these are my 8 cells, you can see up. Okay, next also you can construct it this way. Okay, also you can construct it this way. Okay, you can also construct your three variable K-map platform in this way. Okay, so these are the two different ways you can construct the K-map. Okay, always remember, in order to construct, let's say this is my x, MSB always will be here, and LSB will be this side, YZ. So what are the different combinations of YZ possible? Either it will be Y bar Z bar, Y bar Z, YZ bar, or YZ. These are the different combinations possible for that 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Understand? And for the x, what are the different combinations? X bar and X. Understand? This is the way, two different ways it is possible. Now see here what I am doing. For YZ, I have put here Y bar Z bar, Y bar Z, YZ bar, YZ. Okay, and for now all the combinations are possible here. Now what is the place value of this? X bar, Y bar, Z bar. So this will be X bar, Y bar, Z. This will be X bar by Z bar. This will be X bar, Y, Z. This will be X, Y bar, Z bar, X, Y bar, Z, X, Y, Z bar, X, Y, Z. Okay, All of you understand, it's very simple. These are actually the minterm positions. Okay, now what you need to do, you just need to put those values over there. So as we know that minterms means 0 means complement, 1 means uncomplement. Okay, 1 means uncomplement. Okay, so you just put those values over here so that you can able to find out the particular minterm positions. Okay, so if the positions will be, you can find out better. Before that, we need to know one more important concept over here. What is the concept over here? So you all of you know that each minterm should be adjacent to each other. Okay, what is adjacent? There will be only one variable change. Either z will be changed either in the form of z bar or z, or y will be changed between these two, y or y, or x will be changed between x bar x. Okay, so here you can see what is the adjacent here. Here you can see these two are adjacent. How is it? Here only one variable change, that is z. Okay, other two variables are as it is. So why we will keep always adjacent minterms? Because we can apply the three rules here. What are those rules? First of all, distributive law you can apply. You can apply postulate number 6, which is nothing else, a bar or a is 1. Then finally we can also apply postulate number 2, a into a is 1. So if we combine these adjacent minterms, I can able to apply three rules at a time of the Boolean algebra, which can easily simplify my equations. Okay, so you see here, here between these two minterm positions, what is the minimum change? Only one change over there. So z, and here is z bar. Similarly, you can see between these two also there is one minterm change. What are those? X bar and x. So these two are adjacent to each other. Now you can see between these and these, how many variables change? There is change in x as well as there is change in z. So these two are not my adjacent minterms. All of you understand? So these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent. So you can combine either these two, either these two. If both of these two are 1 1, you can combine it up. Both of these two are 1 1, you can combine it up. But you cannot combine these two 1 1. Understand, students? Very simple. Now you see here, always remember the place values or the minterm values should have only one change. Okay, but you see here, while comparing these two, what is happening? So while comparing these two, x bar is same, y bar become y, z become z bar. So how many variable change here, students? Two variable change over here. Okay, two variable change over here. So two variable change, what are those? Y and z variable change. Okay, so obviously these two are not adjacent to each other. So the way of putting this y bar z bar, y bar z, y z bar y z is not correct for now. Okay, you can also see here these two are also not adjacent to each other. So you see here there is also y change, also there is z change. Okay, and also you can see in these two also there are in these two there is change, but between these two and these two there is no there is two variable change. That is the reason what we have observed here, the sequence whatever we have considered here is actually what? Binary sequence. The sequence we have considered here is a binary sequence. What is binary sequence? 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So what is my binary sequence? My binary sequence is 0 0, after that 0 1 will come, then 1 0 will come, then 1 1 will come. But remember, always K map should be arranged in the form of gray code sequencing. What is now gray code? So this is my binary. So tell me, what is my gray code, students? How to find out the gray code? Gray code is nothing else. Keep MSB as it is, then perform the XOR operation between these two. What is that? 0 0. What will be? 0. So next, keep MSB as it is, then perform the XOR operation between these two, which is 0 1. Keep MSB as it is, then perform the XOR operation between these two. So it is 1. So keep MSB as it is, then perform the XOR operation between these two, which is 1 0. So what is the gray coding, students? See here, 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. But we have done it like this. So what is my gray code sequencing? 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. Okay, this is my gray code sequence. So always remember, in order to get adjacent minterms by only one change, we have to consider the gray code sequencing. So instead of writing here yz bar, we have to write here yz, and here we have to write yz bar. All of you understand? So how will be my construction? My construction will be like this. So this is my x, So my construction, whatever I have done earlier for the KMF is wrong. So this is my x, y, z. Or here y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, then y, z bar. Okay. So which follows the gray coding 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay. So gray code sequence. It follows the gray code sequence. Okay. So this will be my x bar and x. So what will be now? You can see the positions. You can see x bar, y bar, z bar, x bar, y bar, z, x bar, y, z, x bar, y, z bar. Next, this is x, y bar, z bar, x, y bar, z, x, y, z, x, y, z bar. Okay. You can see everywhere it is only one variable change. Okay. Okay, do you all understand how to construct the three variable KMap? You have to apply the gray code sequencing. Okay, so the gray code sequencing gives as a one variable change between the adjacent minterms. You can see everywhere it's only one variable change. Everywhere, every place it is only one variable change. You can see everywhere. Here also one variable, here also one, everywhere it is one variable change. So you can apply those rules at a time by combining the things. Okay, so do you all understand? Also, I told that three variable KMap can be constructed in this way. Just check it here. How is it? So you can also told that cell values will be like this. The cell positions will be like this. So this is here. Okay. Okay. X, Y, Z. So this is my, sorry, here X, Y and here Z. Okay. So obviously understand this is my MSB, always MSB this side, this will be my LSB. So Z, this will be Z bar Z position, this will be my X bar Y bar, X bar Y, XY, then XY bar. Okay, so this is gray coding 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, we have already proved how gray code will be. Okay, so what you have to do, MSB as it is, do the XOR operation to find out the next bit. Okay, so this is binary to gray. So our KMF is following the gray coding sequence. Okay, so that's why my construction is like this. Do you all understand? So now what is the place values according to this? So what is the place values? You can see here, this is my M0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So these are my place values. Similarly, how the place values here? The place values for the minterms are like this. So as we have seen, how is it? Just check here. Very simple. This is my X, which is MSB, YZ, here Y bar Z bar, Y bar Z, YZ, YZ bar. So this I have done with the help of gray code sequencing. Okay, don't be get confused. X bar X. So place values are like this. So this will be your 0, M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. Do you all understand, students? So these are the two different ways you can actually construct the KMF for your logical expressions simplification for the three variable. Okay, so mostly in my case or every time in books also you can see this is the method they are giving. So we will also follow this method for my three variable KMF. Okay, so now we'll see some of the questions how to minimize. The question is some f of xy xyz. It's a three variable xyz, f of xyz, summation of m 0, 1, 3. Okay, so see here what you have to do. First of all, remember 0, 1. So here it is given xyz. So obviously first step is it would be three variable. So you have to construct a three variable KMF. Understand? So next it's given 3. So 3 somehow will tell that 0, 1, 3 can be constructed in two variable KMF, obviously, but the 0, 1, 3 is present for the minterms, but it's a three variable KMF. So obviously you have to construct a three variable KMF, and obviously it's a canonical form. We no need to change the function anyhow. So you have to start constructing the three variable KMF. What is three variable KMF? My three variable KMF construction is like this, which follows the gray code sequence. Okay, so these are having 8 cells. Okay, this is my X, Y and Z. So these are Y bar Z bar, Y bar Z, YZ, YZ bar. Okay, this is my x bar and x. Okay, so these are my place values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, now you can put those values over or the minterms which are actually present here. 0 is present, just put 1 0 here. 1 is present, put at the 1 position, minterm position 1. 3 is present, put over here. So these are other places, all values are 0, so we don't need to put anything over there. Okay, so now you start combining according to the 4 rules we have studied. What are the 4 rules? First rule is you have to combine the adjacent minterms, okay, with the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 type of combination of ones you have to do. Okay, so see here there are 3 ones, but they are all adjacent. We cannot combine like this 3 because in our pattern it's not going. Next rule number 2 is what? All the minterms should be combined at least once. So see here what I am doing, I can combine it like this. And third rule, what is telling? If a minterm can be combined more than once if it is giving minimum number of literals. Okay, so what is the meaning of it? Let's say I am combining like this. Now only how many minterm is left over here? 1. So this rule number 2, what he told, all the minterms should combine at least once. So in this pattern I have combined these 2 because these 2 are adjacent. And now let's say I am combining like this. Okay, what I will get? Just check here. I'll get here x bar, and what is the common between these 2 minterms? Y bar is common. See here, between these 2 minterms, y bar, z bar, y bar, z, what is common? Y bar is common. So the answer is here x bar, y bar. And what is this common here? The common is x bar, y, z. Okay, so finally what you achieved here? You have achieved f of x, y, z, x bar, y bar, or x bar, y, z. Okay, so here how many literals over here? 5 literals. Am I correct? 5 literals. So let's say what I did, I have rule number 3 I have applied. What is rule number 3, student? The rule number 3 told that a minterm can be combined more than once if it gives a minimum number of literal. Okay, let's say my KMF is, how is it now? So see here, my KMF is like this. Okay, so my KMF is like this, 3 variable KMF. This is x, y, z. So this is y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, y, z bar. This is my x bar, x. So this is G position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 according to the gray code. So here 0 is present, 1 is present, 3 is present. Okay, so I have done it like this. Okay, so I got 5 number of letters. What I am doing now, so these 2 are adjacent to each other. I have combined it like this. Now according to the rule 3, what is telling, if a minterm can be combined more than once if it gives a minimum number of letters. So let's say I have combined it like this now. So see here how many number of literal I am getting. So for this group I am getting x bar, y bar. For this group I am getting x bar, z. So see here how many literals I am getting here, x bar, y bar, x bar, z. So this will be 4 literals I am just getting over here. Okay, so which can gives me minimum number of literals. Are you all understanding? So here I am getting 5 literals because I have combined the minterm 1 only once here, but here I have used this minterm 2 times to combine, so which gives me minimum number of literals. Okay, so how to realize it? Very simple. You just has to take this x bar as y bar or z, then you can just has do like this: x, this is my x bar, y bar, so this is y, z as like this is OR gate, then finally you take it and perform the AND operation, which gives you f of x, y, z. Understand? So this is the way you just have to realize your minimized SOP. Okay, so this is very easy and very simple, nothing else. Now let's we'll go move to the next question. So my next question is minimize and realize. So these are the things you have to do: f of x, y, z, summation of m 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Let's say like this my question. Okay, what will you do here? You understand from this question that what you have to do? Minimize and realize. So the question is minimize and realize. Okay, minimize and realize. So what you have to do? First you have to check how many variable KMF is this. So this is three variables. So obviously we have to construct a 3 variable KMF. Okay, So obviously we have to construct a 3 variable K-map, and it's already in the canonical form, so we no need to change anything with my function. Just you need to construct a 3 variable K-map and start applying the different rules to combine the min terms, which gives you minimized SOP. Okay, so this is my 3 variable K-map. I have just constructed my 3 variable K-map over here. So which is x and yz. X is MSB, z is LSB. So here it is y bar z bar, y bar z. According to the gray coding, I have just put over all these things, x bar and x. Now the place values over here, what are the place values? We know this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These are the place values of min terms. Okay, next, wherever the min terms present in the place values, put 1. Okay, so here 1 is also present, min term 2 is also present, min term 3 is also present, min term 5 is present, min term 7 is present. Okay, so see here what I have done. I have just done like this. Now I have started combining according to those rules. What are the 4 rules we have studied? I am just going to combine it up. So see here, I have told that all the min terms should be adjacent to combine, and maximum number of min terms should be combined, and it should be in the form of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. As I told, maximum number. So what I have to do, I have to choose 4 here, because these 4 min terms can be combined. So what I can do here, I can combine these 4 min terms like this. Okay, and as I know that these are all adjacent to each other, so I can combine these things. Okay, am I correct? Now what are the 2 min terms left out? These 2 min terms left out. Okay, so what I can do, let's say I have combined it like this now. So what I will get the answer here, I have got for this, it's x bar. So here all the 4 min terms, what is common? X bar. I have taken that x bar. For these 2, what is common? X, and between these 2, z. Xz is common. Okay, so what is the value I have got? What is the function I have got here? X bar or xz. So now how many literals are here? 3 literals. Is that my minimized form? Obviously no. What I have to do, let's do here very simple way. Instead of 2 here, I have done like this again, all 4 like this. Understand, students, what I have done here? Instead of 2, as I told, if a min term is giving me minimum number of literals, I can combine it up more than once. So these 2 min terms, this min term and this min terms, I have combined now more than once. So what is my possible combination here? My possible combination would be here. What is the common? You can see z is the common. Instead of xz, I got here z. So finally, what is my minimized SOP? My minimized SOP is f of x bar z, x bar or z. All of you understand, students? Very simple. What I have done, I have used the min term. Rule number 3 I have used. What is the rule number 3? A min term can be combined more than once if it is giving minimum number of literals. Obviously, it's giving only 2 literals, so I can combine these min terms more than once. Okay. Do you all understand, students? Always try to combine maximum min terms, those who are adjacent, and try to combine if minimum if the min term can able to combine more than once to give a minimum number of literals. Okay, do you all understand? So it's very important question. This type of questions directly you can get in the exams. Okay, so next question will move. Okay, so the next question would be, so I'll see some. Okay, the next question would be, some given function, let's say f is summation of m 1, 3, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so this is the function. So here you see, in this function, it has not been decided here how many variable function is this. It's not given f of x, y, z, or x, y, or x, y, z. You have to come to this side and check what is the maximum min term value here. The maximum min term value is, you have to check the maximum min term value. What is the maximum min term value here? 7 is the maximum min term value. Now, how to represent 7? 1, 1, 1. I can represent 7 in 1, 1, 1. So this is a three variable kmf. So I can represent 7 in three bits actually. So that's why it's a three variable kmf. Understand, students? So you have to construct a three variable kmf. So what you need to do, sometime if it has not been given like this xyz, so you have to see the minterms, maximum minterm, try to find out at what many number of bits you need to represent that actually. So according to that, that many number of variable it is. So you have to construct a three variable kmf over here. So how to construct a three variable kmf, as you know very well, now we have done lot of questions actually about it. So this is three variable kmf which follows the gray code sequencing. Okay, so according to that, I have done it like this. So it has not been given any type of function. You can take xyz, you can take abc, your wish. Let's say I am taking abc over here because it has not been defined over here what is my function variables are. Okay, it has just been given to me f is equal to my summation of m like this. So I can take abc, my wish. You can also take xyz, pqr, your wish. Whatever the variable you want, you just has to check. Okay, next what you need to do, you have to construct it. This will be a bar a, this will be b bar c bar, b bar c, bc bar, according to the gray code sequencing. Next you need to know those place values. This is my 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Always remember, keep the place values on the extreme corner, extreme right corner. Okay, students? So next what you need to do, 1 3 6 7, there you put the minterm 1 in the kmf. 1 3 6 and 7. Okay, so what we can do here, we can now start combining what I told you. Maximum number of minterms you should combine, and the minterms should be adjacent to each other, and you have to follow this particular rule, temp 4 8 16 like this. Okay, so this is the way you have to start combining. So see here what I have done here, I have done it like this. Okay, next I have done it, let's say like this. Next I have done it like this. Am I correct, students? So what I have done here, I have used minterms many number of times if it gives me minimum number of literals. To get the maximum number of minterms, we should combine. Okay, so see here what is the thing I am getting over here. With these combinations, what I have got, students, what is the common here? A bar and c. Okay, for these combinations, what I have got? BC. For this combination, what I got? A B. Okay, so this I got A bar C one, another one BC AB. So I just try to write down those things: A bar AB, A bar C, or BC. So how many literals I got here? 6 literals. Now check it. Is this something type of some theorem is coming, students? Can it be like a consensus theorem? See here, second literal, okay, of first term, second literal of second term is present. So this is what actually consensus term. This is consensus term. Okay, also it's called consensus theorem. So you have to drop it out. So what you can expect here? A B, A bar C. So what is the wrong we have done so that we got 6 number of literals and one consensus term over here? We'll see now. Okay, just check here what I have done actually. What is my question given to me? So this is my three variable kmf. Okay, A B C, here A bar A, B bar C bar, B bar C, B C, B C bar. So here this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So 1 3 6 7. Okay, so see here what I have done here. First I have done it like this, and also I have done it like this. Am I correct, students? And extra I have done here like this. So what I am observing here already I can able to combine this minterm with this, with the help of this. Okay, and also this minterm with the help of this. So then what is the need of this redundant term to combine? So obviously you have to remove that redundant term or that consensus term which gives me BC. So that's why there is no need of another combination over there, because already we have combined this minterm with this minterm with this. That too we cannot able to combine it with maximum number of minterms. It is 2 only. if I can able to combine that with that help of these minterms 4 number of ones, then I can use it of multiple times. But since it's already combined with this, what is the need of combining these already combined minterms? As I told you, a minterm should be combined at least once, at least once. Okay, already it's get combined. What is the need of getting combined both of you again? Understand? Again, what is the need of combining these two minterms, which gives me extra literals? Am I understand, students? So that is the need. So it's no need. So you just has to erase it up. It's no need for us. Already I have combined all the minterms, so I can get the values over here. What is that? A bar and C for this A and B. Okay. So I have got here finally F of A, B, C, which is actually A bar C or A, B. Very easy. Okay. All of you understand, students? So you have to look out also some redundant terms. You should not combine those redundant terms. You have been given a freedom to combine it up. Okay. But at the end, you will be end up with lot of literals actually. So remember always, you have to combine it efficiently. What is the combination criteria I have told? A minterm should be combined more than once if it's give a minimum number of literal. But here you are, after combining this, I am getting maximum more than one, again one extra literals I am getting. So it's not valid for me to combine those redundant terms again, which already get combined with earlier. Okay, all of you understand? This is very important point. Try to remember. What is the point? We should not combine the minterms which are already combined. So this is my rule number 5, students. What is my rule number 5? We should not combine. We should not combine the minterms. We should not combine the minterms which are already combined while making a combination of minterms. So remember, while making a combination of minterms, combination of minterms, at least one minterm should be there. At least one minterm should be there which is not combined at all. Should be there which is not combined at all, not combined earlier. Understand, student? This is my rule number 5. What is my rule number 5? We should not combine the minterms which are already combined. So see here, this one is already combined with this. This one is already combined with this. Okay. So see here, if there is another one here or somewhere here, we can try to find out that we can combine it up. We can think some different way to combine. But here already this minterm is combined. We should not require another time these two minterms should be combined. Okay, so which will give rise to another extra terms, extra literals over there, which actually increases the cost of my design. Okay, so what you understand from this, we should not combine the minterm which are already combined. While making combination minterms, at least one minterm should be there which is not combined earlier. You have to remember this. This is the rule number 5. Okay, so now next question we'll move. Okay, the question is, let's say function summation of m, let's say 0, 4 and 6. Okay, so the question is like this: what you have to do? Minimize and realize. Minimize and realize. Okay, so what you have to do here, the function how many variable is not given to you, x, y, z or a, b, c, nothing has been given up here. So what I told you, first you have to check here, take the maximum minterm value. 6 is the maximum minterm value. Find out how to express 6, how many number of bits required, 3 bits required. So obviously this function is a 3 variable K-map. Okay, so like this here you have to find out 3 variable K-map. Okay, how many bits it required to construct it, according to that how many number of variable is it. So according to that 3 variable K-map is it. Okay, so next is what you have to do, you can construct the 3 variable K-map simply like this. Okay, so this is my 3 variable K-map obviously. So I can take here, there is no variable mentioned, so I can take x, y, z or a, b, c, whatever maybe it is. Okay, whatever maybe it is. So you can take x, y, z here, y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z and y, z bar, x bar and x. Okay, so you can take over here, and finally you can put the place values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so now see what I have to do. I have to put those values 0, 4, 6. Where is what is 0? Here it is min term present. 4, what is 4? 4 and 6. This is my 6. Okay, so do you all understand what you need to do? Wherever my min terms are present, you just need to put those min terms in that particular values, and you have to start combining. So see here how I can combine now. So I told you have to combine maximum number of ones, and that should be the adjacent min term. So I am just combining these two. Okay, now what is the min term left out? This min term. So what is the pattern? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, like this I can have to combine. So see here what I have to do. Let's say I am combining like this. Okay, so see here how much I will get it over here. So this the value I have got. What is the common here? Y bar z bar. And what is the common here? X y z bar. So what is I have got here? F of here nothing is f is y bar z bar or x y z bar. Okay, how many literals? 5 literals I have got. Now see here, instead of this, how I can do that? So that is there any different way to combine it? So see here, I'm just telling new rules. I'm just telling students, please try to wipe it up so that it will be easy for you. Okay, y bar z, y z, y z bar. If you are not understanding, ask me. Okay, so this is given this 0, 4 and 6. So I have combined these two already. Okay, now this is I have combined only once. So you see here, this is place value of what, student? This is x y z bar. So this place value is x y z bar. What is this place value? This is x y bar z bar. Between these two, x y z bar and x y bar z bar, how many variable change, student? Only one variable change. What is that? Y only change. Okay, so we can say that these two are adjacent to each other. Am I correct, student? These two are also adjacent to each other. Instead of taking a single combination for this, you can combine it like this. Okay, understand, students? Very simple, because these two are also adjacent, because they are only having difference in the variable is y. Here it is y bar, here it is y. So we can able to combine these two actually like this. So we can able to combine a min term which is actually here. This min term is combined more than once because it gives minimum literal. How? What is the value of it? This one is giving, this group is giving me y bar z bar, and this group is giving me what is the common between these two? X is common between these two, and what is common between y bar z bar and y z bar? What is common? This is my x z bar. Okay, so what is the function I have get here? X z bar or y bar z bar. Okay, so how many literal I have got here? 4 literals. Previously how many literals I have achieved? 5 literal. So obviously this is the way we can combine. So what do you understand from this? Another rule we have found over here. What is the rule actually? Rule number 6. What is the rule? The rule number 6 is the corner min terms. So see here, the corner min terms can be treated as adjacent min terms. Okay, students, all of you understand? Because you see here, if I am combining these two, I can get less number of literals, and you can see here there is only one change in the corner min terms. Okay, understand, students? Very simple. Do you all understand what you have to do? It's very simple. We have just used the corner min terms are adjacent min terms, and we can able to combine it up to get me minimum number of literals. Okay, so we have found how many rules till now? 6 rules we have formed. Okay, so according to that, we have started using our combinations to get minimum number of literals. So see here, next question. What is my next question? F, which is summation of m 0, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so what I'm saying, student, you also try along with me. Understand? Otherwise you cannot. If you won't practice, I'm telling these are all like a void, whatever I'm telling to you. You have to practice. Take a pencil, pen, paper, and practice it. Whatever I am telling, according to that only you can understand. Otherwise, it's very like void. Whatever I am saying, it is like a void. You have to practice it up. Okay, you have to show your enthu. Whatever I am saying, see here, minimum 30-40 problems I am doing for you. Nobody will tell like this type of problem I am telling. Okay, in the book also you can see maximum 2-3 problems. I am telling all the possible combinations, whatever will be there, whatever the thing of questions, everything I am telling you. So you have to practice accordingly, else you don't blame me at the end, sir, I am not getting good mark. Okay, because of your lack of practice only you are not getting, remember. So see here, if I am there in your position, I should have get one pen and paper, and whatever I am telling you, I should have practiced before sir is practicing. Okay, but I don't know, I don't think so anybody is doing that. Okay, your wish, that is. So see here, what you have to do, it's actually what you have to do. First of all, you have to find out it's how many variable came up. So you see here, it's a 6 means we can express it 110. It's a 3 variable came up, obviously 3 variable came up. Okay, so I can construct a 3 variable came up over here. Okay, so 3 variable came up is nothing else like this, which is my x, y, z. This is my y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, y, z bar. This is my x bar and x. So the place values, this is 0. So I can put here 4. 4 will like 2 will be over here. Okay, next to 4, next to 6. Okay, so these are the 4 different minterms which are present. So I have expressed in my KMF positions. Now what I have to do, I'll start combining those things. How to combine it? As I told you, the adjacent minterms, the corner minterms are adjacent minterms. So what I can do here, instead of making it like this 2 2, instead of making it like this 2 2, I can combine it like this. So because maximum minterms we can combine, and those are corner minterms are also my adjacent. So these 4 numbers I can combine at one loop, one group. Understand, student? So which gives me minimum number of literal, obviously. Okay, so what is the common in these two? The common is actually what? Z bar. So the common is f is f of x, y, z. Here nothing is given, so Z bar is the answer. Do you all understand, students? Very simple. Or any doubt? Which one? This one. So what you have done, yeah, you see here, I have told you to combine the adjacent minterms. Okay, which should be adjacent and maximum minterm with this type of pattern. Okay, with this type of pattern. So see here, as I told, these two are adjacent to each other. These two are adjacent to each other. Okay, so these two are adjacent to each other. Similarly, these two are also adjacent to each other. We have seen already how you can see this value of this. What is the minterm of this position? X bar, y, z bar. And here, what is that actually? Here it is x bar, y bar, z bar. Okay, so how many variables change in these two? X bar, y, z bar, and x bar, y bar, z bar. Only one variable change. Similarly, you can see between these two also there is only one variable change. So obviously I can tell that according to the rule number 6, the corner minterms can be treated as adjacent minterms. I can combine it up directly without combining 2 2 here. So what I did, I just combine it like this. Okay, so instead of taking 2 combinations, if I have taken 2 combinations, what I have got, I have got more than it's like a 4 literal should have achieved, but here see, I have achieved only 1 literal. Understand, students? It's very simple. What you have to do, the corner minterms you should have to consider as adjacent minterms, and you have to combine. And how to combine? Maximum number of ones you should combine. And also remember, you should not combine it like this. Okay, don't combine it like this 2 2. Okay, because you see here, these two are adjacent and these two are also adjacent. So take it up like this directly, the combination. Okay, all of you understand? It's very simple. So what I have done, I have just used the adjacent minterms, like corner minterms are adjacent minterms, and I have combined it up like this. Okay, do you all understand, or any doubts, students, till now? Please let me know. Do you all understand what I have done? Very simple. I have used the corner minterms or adjacent minterms, and I have started combining those adjacent minterms to get the minimum number of literals. Okay, understand? So we'll do some more problem. You will understand. Don't worry. I'm not doing only one. I'm doing minimum 30 questions. I'll do for each variable. Remember. Okay, once you understand all the things, it's very easy for you, but practice is needed. So see, I am writing here, I have already practiced it up during 2008 and all, so I don't need any practice. You require practice, you have to do it, then only you can furnish it up, else you don't tell me at the end. Okay, do one more problem. F of x y z, which is nothing else, summation of m, let's say 0 1 2 4 6 7. So let's say this is the question. See here, some interesting things will get it here again. Okay, so if I am going to combine, it's a 3 variable, obviously I have to construct a 3 variable KMF, obviously. So in order to combine the 3 variable KMF, so what I have to do, this is x y z, y bar z bar, y bar z, y z bar, y z, this is x bar and x. The place values are 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, do you all understand the place value? So now what you have to do, you have to put those values over wherever the min terms are present in this function, just put it up. So here it is 1 1 1. Okay, next 4 6 and 7, and other places it's 0. Okay, so if you want to put it, because there is many min terms, so you not to get confused, I have just put it like this. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to start combining. Okay, how to combine it, just check it here, how the way I'm combining. Okay, so all of you know that these adjacent min terms are adjacent, these corner min terms are adjacent to each other, so I can combine it this way. Okay, these four get combined. Now, how many min terms left out? Here one min term left out, here one min term left out. I cannot combine it like this because these two are not adjacent to each other. Okay, I cannot combine it. So what I have to do, I just have to combine this with this, and I have to combine this with this. So what I have done here, rule number 3 and rule number 6 I have applied to combine it up. What is rule number 3? A min term can be combined more than once if it gives me minimum number of literals, and also the corner min terms are adjacent min terms, which is rule number 6. You can combine it up to get the minimum number of literals. Okay, so what is my here? Well, final answer. So here the common will be here y bar z. Sorry, I made mistake over here while writing. Okay, so this is my yz and yz bar. What is common here between this grouping? What is common? Z bar is common, and this grouping, what is common over here? X bar and y bar is common. Between these two, what is common? X y is common. So what is my final f of x y z, which is nothing else my z bar or xy or x bar y bar. Okay, so now you can easily realize it up. I don't require anything to think so much. So you can also make it like this: z bar x x nor y. So you can easily come do it like this. So x nor, so this is my x nor x y, and finally you take a z bar. So this is my z. Okay, this is my z. You can take it up like this and make a OR operation. So this is your realization. Okay, very simple. Okay, do you all understand, students? Very simple. What are the rules we have applied here? Rule number 3 and rule number 6. We have combined this type of combination using rule number 6. Rule number 3 will be this one. Maximum number of a minimum a min term can be combined more than once if it gives me minimum number of literal. Okay, so now next thing, we'll do some more questions so that you can have more acquainted on it. Okay, so see, I'm taking lot of classes on this like KMF, because it will be like minimum 15 to 20 marks. So 15 to 20 mark questions you can expect from it. Okay, so next question. So f summation of m 0 1 2 4 5 6 7. Let's say like this. What you have to do, given how many variable function, take the highest min term and find out how many number of variables required to represent it. 3 variables, so it's obviously 3 variable KMap. We have find out it's a 3 variable KMap, so I can construct it up one 3 variable KMap over here. Okay, so see here how the 3 variable, we have known it much now about the 3 variable KMap. You should not have doubt on it. Okay, this is my x. Here no variable is given, so I can take x y z. So this is my x. Here no variable is given, so I can take x y z. So this is my x. Here no variable is given, so I can take y y z. So this is my y y z. So this is my y y z. So this is my x y y z. So this is my y bar z bar, y bar z, y z bar. This is my x bar and x. Okay, so I can put these values over here: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now you can put those values over there directly. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 is not present, so don't do that. So 3 is not there. Next, 4, 5, 6, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and 0 here. So I'm just writing this. So what you need to do here? Okay, so see, here is some of the important questions. So how to combine it? So very simple. What you need to do? So see here the way I am doing the combinations. As I told you, you can combine it like this. Okay. Next, let's say you can also combine it like this. Okay. Now only one left out. One left out here. What you can do? You can also combine it up like this. So all you have combined with 4 ones. Understand, students? Very simple. What you have done? You have combined all the things with 4 ones. Okay. So what is the group here? I have got for this. What is the common? The common is y bar. For this 4, I have got it like x. For this 4, the adjacent minterms, I have got it like z bar. So what is the final answer I have got? I have got here f, which is x or y bar or z bar. Okay. So this is my minimized function. You can easily like realize it up. Very simple. X, you can take y bar. Okay, you can take z bar. All these things you can take it up and combine it with a OR gate. Okay, so this is your final realization. Okay, do you all understand? Very simple. How I have combined? Do you all understand? So it's very simple. I have taken all 4 ones. As I told you, you have to combine adjacent minterms and maximum minterms. At least one minterm should be combined. Okay, you should remember all these things. Okay, in order to combine. So next question. So let's say one of the very important question I am doing now. F of x, y, z, summation of m, let's say 0 and 3. Okay. So what you have to do? See here, this is 3 variable. It's given. It's a 3 variable KMF. Okay. Next, what you have to do? You have to construct a 3 variable KMF. So very simple. I just constructed it up: x, y, z, y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, y, z bar, x bar, and x. So now the positions are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I just have to put those minterms in the particular positions. So 0 it's present, and 3 it's present, and other places all are 0. Okay, am I correct, students? So what you need to do? You just has to combine. So how to combine? So see here, how to combine this? You have to combine with the adjacent minterm. So there is no corner minterm present. There is not this one present. So you have to only combine this term like this, and also you have to combine it like this. Okay, there is no other choice. So what is the final answer for it? The common value x bar, y bar, z bar, and for this it is x bar, y, z. Okay, so this is my function. Do you all understand, friends? Very simple. And next, one more question we'll do. So f, which is actually summation of m, 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6. Okay, we'll see now what to do with this. So it's obviously how 6 is the, which is number of variable not given. 6 I can express it 3. So 3 variable KMF bits. Okay, 3 variable KMF. So what you need to do? You just need to construct a 3 variable KMF. So you have to just construct a 3 variable KMF. So this is my 3 variable KMF, which is x, y, z, y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, and y, z bar. This is my x bar and x. Okay. So you just put those values over here. This is my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So what you need to do here? You just have to put those values. 1 is present, so put 1. 3 is present. 4 is present. 6 is present. So what you need to do here, how to combine it? Very well, I know that rule number 6, what it told, these two are adjacent, you just have to combine it like this, and you have to combine these two like this. Okay, so what is the answer? The common will be here z bar, here common will be sorry, x z bar, here common will be x bar and z. Okay, finally what you got, f will be x bar z or x z bar. You can able to draw this realization. It's just simply x or z. Okay, do you all understand? You can just realize it like the help of like this, x and z. This will be my f. Okay, so we'll do one more important question. So see here how many questions we have done today. Summation of m, or let's say, sorry, I'll do some another way question. So this is somewhat important, student. Try to understand. So f is pi m046. So the question is given in terms of POS, but till now I have not told you how to simplify POS functions. So obviously what you need to do, you have to find out SOP function from that POS function. So obviously as we know that this is what actually this 6 is highest, so I can represent in 3 variable. So 3, so maximum 0 to 7 number of minterms can be possible. Okay, 3 variable means 0 to 7 number. So whatever the SOP forms will be there here, because pi which are not present here, that will be my summation. So here summation of m 1 2 3 5 7. All of you understand? This is very simple. What I have done, whichever is not present, that will be present in my SOP. So this is my POS, this is my SOP. So I know till now my SOP to minimize. So I am just converted that POS function to SOP. Okay, this is also one of the 2-mark question, students. How to convert a POS to SOP? Whatever is not present, that will be present in the SOP. Whatever is not present in SOP, that will be present in the POS. Okay. So now what you have to do, again it's a 3 variable. I just has to construct a 3 variable KMF. Okay, this is just a 3 variable KMF. So it's the number of variables are not given, so I can take x, y, z. This is my y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z and y, z bar. This is my x bar and x. So these are the place values. I know 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So I can put these of values over there. 1, then 2 is present, yes, 3 is present, 5 is present and 7 is present. Anything else is present? No. So I can put those values to be 0. Now I start combining. How to combine it? These 4 I can combine it up, and next these 2 I can combine it up. Any other combinations? No. So obviously what is my answer here? What is the common here? The common is z. Here what is the common? X bar y. Okay, the final value of is final is z or x bar y. You can able to realize it very simple way. This is my x, this is my y, AND operation, then finally z with the OR operation. Okay, so this is my x. So this is x, y and z. Understand? So this is the way we can realize anything. Okay, we can minimize it up, we can realize anything. Okay, next last question will be for today's okay, we'll stop over here. So what I suggest, students, you guys try these questions. I'm just giving your questions, you just try it out. F summation of m 1526. Okay, F summation of m 13576. F summation of m 0 1 2 3 5. Next last question, summation of m 1456. Just try these questions and let me know what are the interesting things you are getting actually. How the combinations will be. I have told everything to you in 3 variable KMF. In the next class, we'll start actually the 4 variable KMF. Okay. So do you all understand what you need to do? Just try to solve what you have to do. These are the functions you have to minimize, okay, and realize. Okay. Understand, students? If there is no doubt, we'll just stop it over here. Our things. Okay. So